they will not apologize to your face.
Yeah.
They will look at your face and they tell you they had a right to be happy and to live with whoever they want, and actually you can go nowhere. Now this is where the family gets mad and the friends.
Yes.
Because the friends, they can see you are being manipulated, you are being abused, and you to some extent you know, but you seem not to get out.
Yeah.
And the guy is not sorry for what he's doing.
You're still telling me this is not witchcraft.
Now to that level, to that level now, and no matter what happened, they will learn the act of taking it. So they can actually be beaten up, and they use those things the ladies use. They make their face. They go to work. Yes, what is it? Nothing. I just had something. They will not tell you. If this guy feel now you are bad to him, he can do whatever he wants to eat. Poison you,
hit you with a car,
eat you anything. And the funny thing, the painful thing, the lady may be willing.
Do you need somebody? A shoulder you can lean on when you're not strong. We're here for you, All Smile Therapy.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Mental Fitness with the Camores here at All Smiles Therapy Center. It's a beautiful day and it's an amazing day because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new face, someone you've never seen before. But before that, please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, you like, you share, you comment, and do all the amazing things that you want to do to this YouTube channel. Today guys, tuko na topic moto. Many a times that we don't understand. Unauliza, huyu mtu mbona amekwamilia hapa sana hata akifanywa nini haizi toka? And yes, we have someone who is going to take us through that amazing topic. He's going to introduce himself and he's going to tell us why, how is it called, what is it, what are we talking about? And ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome an amazing therapist. He's going to introduce himself. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Uko salama?
Uko poa.
So kindly just introduce yourself to these amazing people.
Okay, so my name is Kamau, and I'm Mauro Fixton, and I work with All Smile. All Smile is a therapy center and also a training institute, and this is where we work. My day-to-day, it's interacting with clients on individual, group, corporate. We also have rehab facility where we also work alongside with those clients that are going through addiction. Our endeavor is to give a holistic approach to mental health. And so yes, welcome to All Smiles, and we'll make you smile for that matter.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming.
Asante sana.
Yeah, hawa watu waja kuona tena before.
Yeah.
I'm so sure you will like him and his wisdom. There's something that I want us to talk about.
Yes.
I've seen in so many scenarios on TV, in real life, where people like Musema ni kurogwa, unatandikwa, unafanywa nini, but you still stick there. Toxic environments and toxic relationships. We stick there.
Yes.
Tell me about, ulisema inaitwa, ulinipatia jina yake, but nataka wewe useme jina ya hiyo.
Yeah, we call it trauma bonding.
Trauma bonding.
And it's what we may call corrosive relationship. It's a kind of a relationship where you find, as you have said, someone is in a relationship, and this relationship is not fulfilling.
Yes.
Actually, it's abusive because with trauma bonding, if we were to play with those words, actually it means bonding with trauma. And what happens is that you find, because mostly you find it, it is a feature with narcissistic relationship, where you find someone stays in a relationship and it's abusive, but they can't get out. However much prompting from the family, from the friends, they seem not to gather the strength to get out of this relationship, and it's a phenomenon that is actually increasing in big ways, and it affects most ladies, by the way, so to say. So you find someone is a relationship and they can't get out. They're just stuck, and they will see the kind of abuse that is perpetrated to them. They will even seem to have an awareness. I know what happens, but somehow they still get there.
What do you think makes them stay? Because I still don't understand it. Maybe just make me understand what makes someone stay in an abusive relationship, abusive marriage, others even in abusive workplaces. Do you have any reasons why they keep staying? Yeah, I know it's dangerous, but I will still stay.
Maybe before I answer that question of why do they stay, maybe we appreciate the reason of what makes them bond.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, because not everyone does that one. Because what makes these people bond to such thing is because when you look at the background of these people who get themselves into trauma bonding, they are always searching for something. And whatever they are searching for, if you look through what we call psychoanalysis, you'll find there is what we call the needs. There were childhood needs that were not met. For example, if it's a girl child, someone could have grown up with a detached father. Someone could grow up in a place there was no affirmation, there was no acceptance, there was no belonging. Someone grew in a disconnected, detached environment where they didn't feel as if they matter. So whenever they grow up now and they become mature and they meet up with this guy who seems to know the button to press, so they quickly bond. Because why they are bonding is because they have found someone who seems to know exactly what they want. But the funny thing is that you will find, even with the person they are bonding with, even that person lacks something. So usually, though we're going to see how it progress, you will find that this person will provide everything for the first time that this lady wants, but as they progress, the relationship change. So the question you asked, then why do they stay, is because this relationship at first seemed to meet the needs that they were looking for. And majority of them always have this hope that this relationship will go to its initial stages, because the initial stage of trauma bonding is love bombing. So they always, it's like a honeymoon stage. They always look forward for that stage. Yes.
Yeah, I was coming there. Do we have stages in trauma bonding?
Yeah, there are stages. There are stages. There are stages to that. According to some people have given it stages. Yeah. So if you want to look at stages, yes, there are.
Yeah, because I think we need to. It doesn't just start.
Yeah.
Right. So there are those stages. Can you take us through the stages?
So for trauma bonding first, we need to know that when we are talking about trauma bonding, we have quantified that it's a corrosive, toxic, psychological abuse that is happening in a relationship. But we need to demystify here that it doesn't start in that stage. First of all, and let me use a relationship for our context here. And so let's assume that this lady meets this man. And this man who seems to be like the man of his dream. So the very first thing that will happen is what we call love bombing. Yeah. And love bombing is where there will be an intense showering of love. This is where there will be flowers coming in, the Valentine is observed, you know there is coffee out, because the perpetrator of this trauma, the essence he wants to create is we. We, that means us. This guy wants to portray that there is us, and he's taking a lot of initiative, introducing you to his friends, showering you with gifts, taking you out, the essence here is to make you feel that you belong, you mean much more, and all that. So that is love bombing.
That is not, that sounds like a narcissist.
Yes, in this case, the narcissist will not be coming out because he is behaving like understanding guy.
Yeah.
He's very understanding. He's very cooperative with he's going with the flow. He can even sacrifice. You know, he will sacrifice. Meaning, what I mean by sacrifice is like maybe you need something from him. He will avail himself. He will go an extra mile to make you feel good and important. That is love bombing. It's like, you know, I want you to imagine a place that has been bombed. Okay? And you look at the way things are scattered.
Yes.
So that's the way he's bombing your world with love.
With love. Wow.
So you feel you are in 9 cloud. I mean, you feel this is it. This is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
This has been my dream.
What?
That's why it's love bombing.
Yeah.
It's like going beyond what you ever imagined.
Yes.
You could get in a man.
Yes. So that is love bombing is the first stage.
Is the first stage.
So we have the second stage.
So, and it's very important, by the love bombing in this is very important.
Yes.
The second stage is what they call trust and dependence. Remember now, this lady is coming from an environment where she felt inadequate, where she felt she doesn't belong, where she felt as she doesn't matter. Now this person has appeared and he has love bombed your world. Now what you will do, you will shift your trust to him. You start now to depending on him. This is where you feel someone will start being told, by the way, honey, I don't think it is important for you to continue with that work. You know, with the kind of work I do, you can as well, you know, shove off that kind of work. I will supply to you everything that you need. And because of love bombing stage, you will trust. Because this is a guy who used to ask for 1,000. He tells
gives you.
Stop joking.
Yeah.
He gives you 10.
Yes.
He gives you one what you've asked and tell you, I think you deserve more.
Yeah.
He gives you 10.
Yeah.
So when he tells you, like, stop that job, you know, stop doing things like this, you know, slowly he's getting to your mind.
Yes.
And he's starting to colonize your mind.
Yes.
So you will trust him. And for a few times, he will seem to live to his word.
Yeah.
For example, you have stopped working, he will pay the rent, he will continue paying for the children, he will continue having these trips. So what are you learning? You are learning to trust him and to depend on him.
How many stages do we have? Because it's like we've just got it started. How many
Yes,
stages
we
do
will.
have?
To some they say 7. Yes, you may go to the 7th stage.
Yeah.
But remember, it's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle, as you're going to say.
I think we can look at the others.
Yes.
So that we can get to that root. Like, let's get to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the second one.
So the second one. So we look at criticism.
Yes.
Now remember, you have love bombing, you have trust and dependence.
Yes.
Now criticism
Okay.
is where now things have started shifting. Remember, now you trust.
Wait, now the loving guy, love bombing guy has now started shifting now at
now.
criticism.
Yes.
That's 3.
Yes.
That's 3, yeah.
And why is criticizing is because you have started picking some default
in me, in
in
that
you now.
person. Okay.
And it will start slightly. Like, how come you don't think about this? This is so stupid of you not to look at it this way.
Yeah.
You should be better than this, you know? I expected better from you. I didn't think you can do such cheap things.
Wow.
You know, it's criticizing and start making you feel as if you have a sense of some faultness in you.
And when he's doing this, or when she's doing this, is the love bombing still involved?
No. Here now the love bombing
has
really cascaded down. It is not like the usual. If you used to go like outside, say 4 times, 10 times, or doing those things. So right now it's once in a blue moon.
Wow.
So you are the lady. I want to use the instances here for the lady, and the one who is perpetrating this for the man. The lady will be left chasing the first high. which is a love bombing. So she will always be believing this guy, even if he criticizes me, he still loves me.
Loves me. Yeah.
So you see, the lady start owning up these critics from the man, not knowing actually it's something that is slowly taking a shape of abuse. That's why trauma bonding is very hard to get out, because the way it's perpetrated is very slowly and methodical for that matter.
It's from 100 to 0.
Yes, but the thing is, you won't know when you're getting to 0.
Wow, cause of the love bombing.
Yes, because it's happening slowly and you unconsciously not knowing you are changing.
So is this the reason why if you ask someone, why are you still there? The guy still loves me.
Yes.
I still love him.
Yes, because remember, once in a while they will shock you. When you think that things are so bad and you are getting frustrated and all these things, the guy turn around and he comes with flowers and he takes you out. So you think, oh,
He still loves
I
me.
think there is more good things to come.
Yeah.
But remember all these things.
Yes.
All these things, you are getting into a cobweb.
Wow. So that was the third one. Now we are
Yes.
going to the fourth one.
The fourth one is malicious one, about, we call it manipulation and gaslighting. And you can see it. You can see why, because from criticism, now it gets to manipulation. Now, this guy is going to colonize your world. Totally. Now he's taking charge. Fully. He's manipulating the way you think. He's manipulating your emotions. He's manipulating your behavior. This is where you will find for a lady will start sacrificing for this man. The lady can go to whatever extent. I have had clients who will even buy their husband, quote to quote, whatever they need, be it a phone of 200,000, be it a car, and they will give him to use, and they will feel no pinch. Well, this man continue to give them very negative vibes, but this lady will continue doing all these things.
It makes sense.
And that's manipulation, because the guy is like, he has gotten to your head and he has taken the center seat.
Yes.
So he's the one calling shot.
Yeah, cause again, when we began,
Yes.
the guy was showering you with
Yes.
all the love and
Yes.
every good thing.
Yes.
Now when it gets to manipulation,
Yes.
I don't want to look like a bad person.
Yes.
So I reciprocate.
Yes. And still now here you are still also trying. You feel like you need to win his love. Remember, this lady doesn't seem to think that he deserves the love of this man. So he will do everything to win the love of this man. And let me point to gaslighting. Gaslighting is very bad because this man makes this lady feel, so to say, stupid. It's where you question your sense of soundness. You feel as if you have gone crazy. You no longer know what is green. Because this guy can argue with you, this is not green, and yet you can see it's green. But he will argue with you, this is red.
Yes.
And actually you believe it is red.
It is red, yeah.
Even though you can see it's green. So they make you feel like you no longer know what is right, what is left.
Yeah.
They gaslight you. Anything you say, they tell you, did we talk about that one? No. You have never told me such things. And by the way, that's very cruel of you. Well, he's on that, you still blame you.
Yeah.
You know, it's gaslight you. You see the way like you put gas on. So he has this tendency of making you question your perception, your thoughts, the way you feel. That's what we say gaslighting. So he's manipulating you and gaslighting.
Let me ask you, you're still saying this is not a narcissist?
He's a narcissist.
Yeah.
For the trauma bonding to happen, you will have someone, for the matter of if it's for the lady is coming from a family, as I said, it could be a place, not all scenarios, but many scenarios, will find someone went through a lot of rejection, a lot of disconnection, cold and detached family. And now remember this also narcissist, because this trauma bonding is happening most with the narcissist relationship. Also this narcissist also went through certain issue where he also lacked some things in the childhood. So he also wants to come and feel that sense of inflated power and ego. And the way to do that one is to defeat someone else. Because you find with this narcissist, they will not have one lady. They will have multiple ladies. Actually, in a trauma bonding relationship, you'll find you are not yourself. You'll be, if it's lady, you will be a number of ladies.
Yeah, you're not alone.
You are not alone. They will be the second, they will be third, they will be one, and they will not seem to apologize.
Oh.
They will not apologize to your face.
Yeah.
They will look at your face and they tell you they had a right to be happy and to live with whoever they want. And actually, you can go nowhere.
And
I mean, they will
leave.
tell you on your face.
And I won't leave.
And you won't leave. Now, this is where the family gets mad and the friends.
Yes.
Because the friends, they can see you are being manipulated, you are being abused. And you, to some extent, you know, but you seem not to get out.
Yeah.
And the guy is not sorry for what he's doing. And you seem stuck.
You're still telling me this is not witchcraft.
Now, to that level, to that level now, people go to whatever makes sense to them. Because you see why people will go to witchcraft?
Yes.
Because they are trying to make sense out of this horrible situation.
Yes.
Because they must explain what is this.
Yeah.
Because they seem not to
happening?
understand.
Yes.
So the brain must always find something to make a reason or rational out of. So others will say it's witchcraft. Others will say it's just bewitched. Others will say, you know, people will have to look for something just
To justify.
because they remember, even the family is annoyed. Even the friend, leave that lady is just she's just, you know, they will use any justification just for their own sense of understanding what is wrong with you.
What? Now, which is the fifth one?
So the fifth one we are talking about is resignation and giving up. By the way, this lady, in instances, she will have tried to get out.
Okay.
There are stages, maybe through criticism, gaslighting, and manipulation. Someone will have tried like to give up, run away, say, I'm out of this relationship, I'm gone. But even when they go, they keep coming back. And this guy will come and take you. By the way, let me say something here. This relationship is where you find the man may take a position of like a parent, of like a king. And they will not be afraid to call themselves king. And you are supposed to take a position of a child, not an adult. In that relationship, adult is one, the husband. The others are children. So even the wife in that relationship is made to feel like a child. You need to depend on this person totally, fully. So they will have attempted most of the times to get out. But because when they get out, they are wondering now, if I get out, where will I find this love again? And most of the time, the abuse partner here feels like it will still work. Let me just go back. I think I need to sacrifice more. I need to love him more. If I'm only understanding. So the lady here is really having an inner negative critic to herself. The person who is being abused is also abusing herself, in the sense of she's feeling she's the one who needs to do everything for this relationship to work. So they will keep going, coming back, keep going, coming back. So they reach somewhere, they give up, and they resign, like, I will not again run away, let me flow with it. So they will stay. And no matter what happened, they will learn the act of taking it. So they can actually be beaten up, and they use those things the ladies use, they make their face, they go to work. Yes, what is it? Nothing. I just had something. They will not tell you. Now they have started tolerating the narcissist in the relationship, and they will even start saying it's my issue. In that case, while they are giving up, they are thinking they need to do more. So no matter the kind of abuse it will be perpetrated to this lady, she will continue to stay there.
What?
No matter what. They have just given up. They have said, this is my fate. I just need to deal with it.
And at this point, is this lady, in this case, we are talking ladies are affected.
Yes, they are the most affected.
Right?
Yes.
In this case, is this lady actually thinking the relatives and friends are stupid?
No. Actually, here I may call for friend and relative to show a little bit of understanding. This is a person who need help. So the parent and the friend need at least to see from this lady's perspective. She also wants out, but she doesn't know how. The how. So everybody here is frustrated. The lady is frustrated. She doesn't want it. It's like what we talk about people with addiction.
Yeah.
Is addicted to this person. So she wants out, but she seems to keep on relapsing.
What?
It gets to a hopeless situation for both parties. The friends and the family and the target here, who is the lady who is being abused. So it can be a very frustrating. So even the parents and the friends, they need at least to go miles to try also to understand this lady and help her.
Yes. So this is one of those topics that are so eye-opening because we have friends who have gone through that. We have even relatives who have gone through that.
Yes.
So I mean, this is one of the major topics we've talked about, and I'm so sure many people can see and
Yes,
also can relate.
Yes.
So that was our 5th one. By the way, if you're there and you can relate to this story, or you know someone who has gone through this, just leave a comment there. If they need help, they can start their therapy sessions here at All Smiles Therapy Center, and I'm so sure tutasaidika kwa hii comment. We were talking about our 5th one, which was resignation and giving up.
Yes.
The 6th one.
So remember, this lady have stayed in this place now, this being the 5th session. The 6th one we say is the loss of self. And why loss of self? Because remember, it's like this lady has been losing the identity and the self slowly by slowly. So that at the end of the day, she's not visible in this relationship. The person in this relationship is this person now.
So is it just in the relationship or even around her friends, like she doesn't even know who she is?
By this time, she's isolated.
Oh.
She's isolated.
No friends,
because
no
this narcissist, quote by quote, will make sure that he kind of isolate this lady from where she thinks she can get help. Even from the family. The narcissist will make sure the lady picks fight with the family members, with a friend, even at work. Because remember, the game is where these narcissists take charge fully. So that you find their ladies, even when they want to go to do something, they will ask for permission. Just like the way the child asks for permission from the parent.
Can I go?
Can I go? You know, I'm thinking of this and this and this. What do you think? If the guy says no, it's a no. So there is a lot of self. And when you're talking about self, you have lost your identity. You have lost your voice. You have lost who you are. It's like you will dress the way he wants. You will go where he wants. It makes sure that everything that makes you a unique, everything that kinds of give you power is gone. That's why we are saying loss of self.
Yeah.
I mean, you do no longer live again.
You don't even identify with yourself.
You don't identify with yourself. It's like you have to ask him.
You don't even know who you are.
You don't know. You are just lost. So you can see when you are telling this guy to get out, you need to understand that even the power to get out already left long time ago. There is no power for him even to get out. This is a person who is in a very low state. You may be seeing her as if she's doing fine, she's doing well, but she's no longer there. The person you used to call a friend, a sister, she's not there. That's why we are saying loss of self. And that's why we say trauma bonding take a lot of years. Sometimes it can take a lot of years before someone get out of it. Yes.
And at this stage, is this where we lose them totally, even they commit suicide? Is this the stage?
Yes, this is the stage where now someone may, remember they gave up. There was resignation and giving
And
up.
they-
They have lost the self. So for those who are not lucky, here is where someone may want to harm themselves through such thing as those who are saying committing suicide, you know, such things. And yes, you can lose someone here. Or even they are killed, leave alone now, them killing themselves. The perpetrator of this abuse could also set them up.
What do you mean by setting them
I
up?
mean, you remember, they have lost self.
Yes.
So these narcissists can decide to do whatever they want with this person. So they can set you up to go place and they say just deal with that lady and finish her up.
What?
Exactly. Remember, you have no power.
Yes.
So you will go where you are told to go.
Go right here. Jump. How high?
Yes. So you have lost your identity, you have lost yourself. So beyond you killing yourself, if this guy feel now you are burdened to him, he can do whatever he wants with you.
Poison you.
Poison
Hit
you,
you with a car.
hit you anything.
Even kill you.
And the funny thing, the painful thing, the lady may be willing.
Willing to die.
There are some ladies who have attempted, not just having suicidal ideation, but taking those, like if it is poison, in the front of this guy. They want to kill themselves in the front of this guy, so that
They can
it's like
prove.
they can prove how much either they love them or they want them to see that they can go to whatever extent.
And at this point, the guy is not even willing to save you.
No, he will not even save you. Even add
He's
another.
happy. Tuongeze.
He can even add another poison to you.
I think when you're saying that, there was a scenario. I don't know if you came across it, where the lady poisoned herself in front of the husband. I don't know.
Yes.
It was on news. It was all over. Do you think that is the stage that it had gotten? Or do we have other reasons why I'd want to actually kill myself in front of this person?
Among other reasons, trauma bonding is major, especially when it's for a lady. Because remember now, this lady is trying to cry out for that first stage of love bombing.
Love bombing, yeah.
You know? So it's like saying, I'm going to die. She's becoming a martyr, by the way. A lady is a martyr in this. And you know, being a martyr, narcissists love martyrs. They love people who will go to the extreme end of obeying their outrageous demands. They feel good. You massage their ego. They feel powerful. They can't stay with someone who has power. So, and this lady also, because she has lost herself, she will go to whatever extent. Whatever extent. These people, they no longer, if it's a lady for this matter we are talking about, she will no longer like remember to buy herself something. Her life seems, she can even go for work. When at the end of the day, the end of the month comes, you pay the salary, take all the salary to this man. The man squander everything else.
What?
So by the time you're losing yourself, it's like you are losing yourself and everything around you. Because even narcissists can even maltreat the children. It's
What do you mean maltreating the kids?
Remember, he's a king. He's a parent here. And this person kind of esteem no other person beside themselves. So even the kids will suffer the same consequences. Meaning they will go to the kind of, now you no longer take the kid to the high school. He will take them to whatever school is available for them, no longer care about what is really happening. But when you look at his life is doing very, remember he has multiple other women. So you may find the game is on the other lady now, who is being trauma bonded. You get it? Now this man has moved to another lady who is he has started now the cycle
now.
with
Let's
another
start.
one. So while you have lost yourself, he's in with another person who is trauma bonding, who is also feeling good. So you can hear he's in US with another lady, he's in wherever he has gone, and you are here at home, you have nothing to eat, children are in hospital, and he doesn't care. Whether you live, whether you die, that is none of his business. And you will continue to stay.
You know, this topic is literally traumatizing.
That's why it's trauma bonding.
Oh my goodness, it's traumatizing. Now, let's go to the 7th one.
Now, the 7th one is what you are saying, the lady become addicted to the cycle.
Addicted to the cycle, it means
Yes.
anaweza fanywa hivyo tena.
Actually, she can't live outside an environment that is not dysfunctional. They become functional in a dysfunctional environment.
So what you're saying is, this woman can get married to yet another narcissist.
Yes.
And is immune.
Actually, if they get to a functional man, they ask, what is wrong with you?
What?
They have learned how to be functional in a dysfunctional. I mean, the abnormal has become the normal.
What?
So they are addicted to the cycle.
Yeah, so if this man doesn't hit her,
yes,
she'll be like,
what is wrong?
Mbona ni pigi?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
It has gotten to that extent.
Yes, she's addicted now to the cycle. Because remember, even when she's losing herself, this man keep rewarding you. He keeps sending some dopamine, you know, the pleasure. When you are down there and you are useless and you're feeling nothing, this man comes and pick you up, make you feel good again, take you out, tell you just being a nice girl.
Yes.
He makes you now depend on him.
Again.
And once now again you're hooked there, he tell you, but you are this nonsense. So you keep
That's
it.
why uliachwa na huyo mwingine.
Yes.
No wonder ulikuwa unapigwa.
Yes.
Because I've even trusted this person with my story.
Yes.
Now they use it against me.
They use it against you. So the lady is addicted to the cycle.
What?
Yes. She can't live outside this. She has normalized the trauma. So whatever you say you can't take, she can't live without.
Apart from them killing themselves or committing suicide, do we have an easier way of coming out of this?
This is the most, say, hard thing even for a therapist to work with a client, that it's not easy. There is no easier way out. Because there are some victims or the target for this trauma bonding who sometimes think they have gotten the light, they want to get out, but they still find themselves in. It's so hard. Someone needs to be intentional about working, about their getting out. It's not something you wake up in the morning and you say, I am out. No.
It's work.
It's a lot of work. It's someone who needs a lot of help. Remember, most of the people who trauma bond, they have also what we call the dependency syndrome. They seem not, they keep second guessing their thoughts because of that gaslighting and manipulation.
Yeah.
They no longer believe that they can stand by themselves. They don't believe they can conquer the world without this man. Remember, this man is like the whole world. They see the world through the lenses of this narcissist. They have never trusted their eye to what they see. So whenever they think about, I want to go out, the fear and the flight and the freeze mode comes in. They seem again not to know what to do. Then they are stuck. So you can maybe be in a session and you have and you can see the client, because the client is the one to make the decision, have come up with the mind, yes, I'm getting out. Only for 2-3 weeks to ask her, what is the progress? I'm stuck. And yet you left her.
Yeah.
Like, this is the time for me to get out. But you still find her stuck. So it's not hopeless. people can get out. It's not hopeless. But I'm saying this one to see the reality, because it's until you identify the elephant in the room and you really paint it the way it is, so that you know it's work. And it's so painful, I'm telling you. Even for us, sometimes therapists working with these victims and the client of this trauma bonding, you can see the scars they are bearing. So you need they need a lot of empathy, a lot of understanding, and then you start helping them to gain more deeper awareness and to be ready to take the pain that comes with redeeming their self.
Now, what would you tell the people who have victims, because family members who have such victims, what's your advice to them? How can they help these people get out? Because as we were talking, you were saying, yani, it gets to a point where family members even give up.
Yeah.
Even friends even give up.
Yeah.
How apart from giving up, how else can they help these victims?
I think the very first help is not to withdraw their love. They need not to withdraw their love. Because when this client or victim is becoming disoriented, the loss of self is occurring, and she doesn't know what to do. The family need to stay there as a mirror that keep reflecting the self-worth of this client. They need not to get a place where they get fed up. But I'm giving that room. Yes, you can get fed up, but don't, please. Continue loving this person, no matter what. You know, families are not, you don't choose your family.
Yes.
So they need to tolerate this. Keep up with it. That is one. Make sure they continue loving this person. You know, even when she feel like the other person, because remember, she's not seeing the abuse, but this person need to feel that home is still the safe place for me to go. It's not a place they are judged, they are ostracized and made to feel you are a loser. They need to feel, yes, I can go home and relax. And sometimes family don't give a lot of advice. Sometimes it's that presence of being with this person and allowing to be with them, and in that presence of accommodating and empathy and everything, allow them to process what is going through them. Yeah, because there will always be a hope somewhere. Because one thing you can't lose up with a client of trauma bonding is hope. That is one. So don't withdraw love. Two, point them to someone who can help them. You know? This, I'm talking about now a professional. Like now us here at All Smiles, you know? Point them to a professional who understand this phenomena. Remember, we said some people, they will say they are bewitched, they are cursed. So send them to a person who understands what is going through. Okay? You see, for example, there was some interview, people asking about how do, I think this guy who works with this scenario where people, you know, pathologist who works with people who have gone through death through a road accident, and they wonder how do you withstand people who died out of this scenario and you still conduct the postmortem. Remember, it's their work. So to us therapists, it's also our work. So when we see such a client, we have a tolerance, a high tolerance threshold with this client. We work with them. We are professionally trained to know how to help them until they gain the masses and the energy that they need to get out.
Wait, are these the kind of ladies, if you advise them and tell them, I feel you are in an abusive marriage and you need to leave?
Yes.
Are they the same ones who will go back and tell this abuser,
exactly,
nani alikuwa ananiambia nitoke kwa hii marriage?
Remember, their brain is colonized. So you are very like, actually, and that's why you see the man now will take that one. I usually tell you Janie is not a friend. I told you, if you want this, remember, this narcissist always blame this lady for the failure of this marriage. And two things happening. This narcissist take advantage of that information to separate you and ostracize you from your friend and still blame you on the same. Blame you that you see, I've been telling you, I love you. But this friend of yours, they will never allow this marriage to work.
No.
If you want this marriage to work,
Leave them.
you need to leave them.
Yeah.
And now as you do that one, you are getting deeper into his tentacles of controlling. And the deeper you get, and remember the lady is also saying it to him as a way of showing him that I am loyal to you.
By reporting.
By reporting. Remember, she's a child.
Yes.
I tell you, in this relationship, the only adult is the man who is a narcissist.
Yes.
You are a child. So as you are telling this man, whatever Jane told you in this case,
Yes.
you are telling him that way so that he can also reward you and see that you are loyal to him.
Okay.
So that at least punishment can go down, and at least the man can trauma bond you again.
Wow.
So you have also become a perpetrator of the same harm to yourself.
Hi.
And that's why trauma bonding is hard. Because now the brain learns how to stay in a trauma environment. It's like the way we say those children, like those who are in Ukraine now and in a place where there is high trauma, that they have learned how to live with dead bodies. They no longer see something bad. They have learned to hear the sound of bombs.
Immune.
They seem to be immune to this environment. They have learned the stench that comes from that. It's normal. Well, you people, you can't keep up with them. You wonder how they seem to stay with it. So people will be taken to prayers. Parents will go fasting. Pastors will be called.
Yeah.
If it is culture, they will say you need to slaughter a goat
and shave your hair.
And shave your hair.
For a new beginning.
Everything will be done that can help these people.
But in real sense, that's not the case.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of you have ever gone through trauma bonding, but this topic, I'm finding it so, I don't know, traumatizing. You know, like we actually have real people who are going through this. In this case, women. Actually, even I've had most of you coming in my inbox, mnaniambia, hey, I don't know, I'm married, sijui nini, but now I still live because of the children. I don't know. We'll talk about that. Is it the same? Like, I want to leave, but because of the children, is it the same?
Remember, when we say loss of self, we usually say there are three things that need to be there in a relationship. You need self,
Yes.
others, and context. When you draw a circle, we usually say you need to consider you, the other, and the context. But as the trauma bonding progress, the self usually is gone. So you are left with two things, others and context. And that's why you rightly say, now this person no longer lives. He lives for the other and for marriage. Not them. You kick me. That is the slogan. Kick. I don't care.
Yeah.
No longer care. As long as my children and my marriage. Remember, they also want to keep up with this marriage to prove something.
Yeah.
Because they will feel shame if they walk away. They will tell you don't understand. You don't understand.
You don't get it.
You don't understand.
But there's nothing to get and understand anyway.
There is, okay. It's painful to say there is nothing to understand. You can't say that. But the thing is, they will tell you don't understand. You don't understand my husband.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
So they will stay there. That's why they say they become martyr.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's true. We don't understand because
Yes.
I didn't know about these stages.
Yes.
To be honest, I think now I didn't understand.
Yes.
If you tell me I don't understand,
Yes.
yeah, you're right. I don't understand.
Yes. Yes.
If you're there and you've gone through trauma bonding, tell us how it was for you, and if you were able to leave, tell us how you were able to leave and after how long. Because this one, yo, guys, I'm telling you, this topic is just crazy, and people don't even talk about it much.
They may seem to talk about it, but they may not know the breadth and the width and the depth of this thing.
Yes.
So they seem to be grasping here and then, because when you don't have a holistic view of what you're dealing with, you know, someone gave an example. If you blindfold people and you bring an animal to them, according to where someone will touch, someone will say this is an elephant, this is a cow, this is a dog. But it's until you open them, their eyes, now they say this is an elephant.
Yes.
But according to where you are able to touch and grasp, you give it a name. So people fully not understand is that they're talking about trauma bonding until now they see the whole picture and they say, oh.
Yeah, like right now I've seen the whole picture.
Now
I'm
you
like,
can name it.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a form of slavery, and that's why we say even those people who we talked about earlier, like those who went through issues of like Shakahola, or even these people you see in churches where they are told like you need to eat grass, you find women are being washed by pastor in church naked. This is also trauma bonding, because in a trauma bonding situation you don't have mind of yourself.
We even have trauma bonding in churches.
Yes, where now the pastor becomes the God. Just like in a relationship, the man becomes the king. And you are not equal to him. You are a slave, you serve this person. It's the same way. You find where there is abusive, in a form of where you find people will go to the extent of even killing themselves. For whatever reason, there is a trauma bonding. Because wherever you, in a relationship where you find someone have resigned, they no longer live. It's like they no longer care for themselves. Why they are there is for the other person. Then that's trauma bonding. Because every relationship needs to have a feedback loop. That as I serve you, you also serve me. But this is not trauma bonding. It's one way. In a trauma bonding is one way.
Now, to real quick to now my last question, because I think I'm already drained because of the topic is so wide. How do you get out of this?
So getting out, I think we had said is not easy, first of all. And the very first thing, getting out first, is find a professional person who is trained on this, who can work with such cases. Like
yourself?
Like ourselves here at Housemiles. Refer this person to there. And also, how to get out is that someone must get to a place of I'm ready to count the loss.
Acceptance.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm ready to accept and count the loss. This is my situation. It's a cycle. It keeps on repeating itself. Now I'm ready to get out. And I'm ready to live with the consequences. I'm ready to lose everything to gain self. That must become the highest priority. For you to get out, the highest premium must be to find you. If you are willing to forgo everything to gain you, then you're on the right path.
On the right path.
So it means you must let go all those love bombings, all those rewards of dopamine that he keeps sending to you, and say, I have seen this, I have been here before, I know where it goes, no longer not much of this, now I prioritize myself. I want to gain my dignity and myself back.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming and for taking us through this amazing topic that people usually don't talk about. And I'm so sure many people will actually hear this for the first time. I also didn't know about trauma bonding, but now you understand, you guys, why that friend of yours, why that sister, your cousin is not getting out of that toxic relationship or toxic marriage, or even workplaces. We didn't even touch on that. Come on.
We need to have part 2.
Yeah, we're going to have part 2 of that, where people still stick to in toxic workplaces, trauma bonding in workplaces. So if you're there, you have identified with this story, or we have identified with this topic, you can just write down your story, or just someone's story that you know, true story, what they went through or what you went through. If you are able to get out, if you were able to get out, tell us how you were able to get out, because we need to get out of toxic relationships and toxic marriages. All Smile Therapy Center is ready to take you through therapy and help you even get out of this trauma, because where ukuinde ni kumoto ni kunoma. I have also identified with a few people here and there, but I am so sure they'll be out of it very soon. Toxicity is just not good. Yeah, so asante sana.
Karibu sana.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe, like this video, leave all the comments there, share this one, because I'm so sure this one, many of you are going to relate with this one. So share, ndio wengine pia wasaidike. All Smile Therapy is a place for you to come. Also remember, they have a rehabilitation center where you can come, bring your loved one, anyone with addiction and anything that needs rehabilitation. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you in our next episode of Mental Fitness with the Kamores.
Do you need somebody? A shoulder you can lean on when you're not strong. We're here for you. All Smile Therapy.